So I'd like you to write I, and then your name. Walk on fire. I can do anything I choose. And then I want you to sign it and date it with today's date. I, and your name, walk on fire. I can do anything I choose. So then I want you to put this in a place that you're going to see it every day, because after a week or so, maybe 2 weeks, your mind is going to start saying, it wasn't really that hot. Did you really do that?
I wanted to keep my wood. See? I can do another one.
There's another one right here. So there may be many opportunities in your life that you'll draw from this experience. Don't mess with me.
One more minute!
And start questioning, but this will anchor it in that yes, indeed, you actually did walk across a bed of 1200 degree Fahrenheit hot coals, and in bliss. And this will create an anchor for you to draw on at any other time in your life. You may find it interesting that to look where the burn was on your foot, and it may correlate to a place in your body that you...
I noticed that.
Yeah, that's why I give you this sheet. Did get a little hot spot. It doesn't necessarily mean wrong. It may be just a place where you needed that extra fire. Or that
Tonight I was like, I really want to, and I went, but I shouldn't have, and I actually burnt my foot right on the bottom there. And I knew it before I put my foot onto the fire. I had this feeling in my body that was like, kind of like washing away, and it was like,
uh-oh.
No, it wasn't a good idea. But it's, you know, yeah.
Worth it.
It's worth it.
Yeah.
It's a good lesson.
It's a good reminder.
It's a very good
Last two
lesson.
sheets.
And,
And the envelope. The first one, what I'd like you to invite you to do is to write a letter to yourself. Nobody else is going to read this. Whatever you want, you can put in it. What your intention was, what you really got out of tonight, just how amazing it was, where you want to be a year from now, what you hope to have manifested, like anything you want. And then you're going to put it in the envelope, you're going to seal the envelope, you're going to put your own name on the address, and whatever address you know that this letter will get to you in a year. And you're going to give it back to me, I'm going to mail it to you in a year. That's the first one. The second one, I'd like to invite you to write something about your experience that I can share with others, about what you found phenomenal about this, about someone who's wondering about it, what your experience was, and so that I can share it with others.
I didn't know after you did it. I was like, am I going to be able to do that?
The noom kind of cranked up a little bit.
I'm the type of person where when I'm in groups and doing stuff like this, I can't go first. especially when I have some type of fear or boundary put up, I have to watch a certain number of people, and then I immediately get my, I can do that. That person can do it, and that person, that I can do that.
I'm terrified of screwing up in front of people.
Oh.
And so I was absolutely like, all of a sudden, you know, it was like those dreams you have when you like, you can't scream in the dream. So I'm somebody totally nervous about that. And I needed to see a lot of people do it before I did it. And it was, yeah, pretty nervous. And so I feel like it was the fear, more of the fear of not doing it. And I feel like with the Firewalk, I learned, it was, I think the lesson that I learned is so unexpected that I didn't, and I'm not even sure I quite know how to get it, but I'm really glad that I did it, and I'm really glad that everybody was here, and it was great. Thank you so much for providing the space and the intention, and so it was amazing.
Repeatedly, I felt like I needed that repetition to affirm that, yeah, I can do anything once, but do it once. You know, I don't know. It's finally, and waiting for that moment to let that happen was very much in my mind throughout most of the time down there.
I did it once this time. The last time, it took me a few times to be able to accomplish it. So I really appreciate everybody who went ahead. I had to see it done a few times to remind myself it could be done, it could be done.
I felt like I was like looking at a sea of fire, and now I just kind of was like, some coals, like, you know. I don't know, like, I lost my oomph, and like by the walking down and turning around, and then when I like actually saw the fire, I was kind of like hesitant, and I kind of like lost it, and I was like, oh shit. And then like I stepped on it, and like it kind of hurt my foot at first, but then like I was just like, I'm doing it, I better do it, and so it was fine. I was just like, I'm doing it, it's good.
I think that was part of why I did walk a second time. I was all the way on the other end.
Yeah. You get to hold the door tonight.
So we'll keep you posted when our next one comes up. Safely home tonight. Anybody that wants to go hang out at the fire, we're going to hang out for a while.
Thank you so much.
And now it's over. When it's over, it's over.
Celebrate.